stealing Daddy's things. Daddy's car. Don't take Daddy's car. Don't take his things. Go to sleep. Hey guys, it's Shay. Welcome to Pop Tank, and this is my review of Chappie.
The deployment of the planet's first robotic police units became the focus of the world in 2016.
Drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
Vincent Moore is a former soldier.
The problem with artificial intelligence is it's way too unpredictable.
The Scout's creator, Dion Wilson, sees a rich future.
What interests me is a machine that can think and feel.
I have a robot that is operated by a thinking human being.
We don't want this. It's expensive, it's big, and it's ugly.
The Scouts are a huge success. Stop worrying about these pet projects.
I think I've cracked it. This is a new kind of life form, a new step in evolution. You are Chappie.
Chappie.
It's like a child. It has to learn.
What's that? Chappie's book?
Yeah, it's yours.
Chappie's got stories. Chappie's got a book.
Anything you want to do in your life, you can do. Write poetry, have original ideas.
Chappie wants to paint.
Wow.
What in the name of the Lord?
Your little robot's a big problem for me.
A thinking robot could be the end of mankind. Destroy that robot. Burn it to ash.
There's something of great danger headed our way now.
I don't want to die. I want to live.
If you want to survive, Chappie, you must fight.
Mayhem downtown as police have begun shutting down.
You had my pizza.
You think you're real?
You don't get away with this.
He's special.
I am consciousness. I am alive. I am Chappie.
All right, so I saw Chappie last night, and I'm really on the fence about the movie. The CGI was great. There was never a time where I didn't think that Chappie was a real thing. The special effects were amazing. I mean, much like all of Neill Blomkamp's other movies, like District 9 and Elysium. But my biggest gripe with it was I just didn't care about Chappie. And I think that's because I feel that the movie didn't really know what it wanted to be. I went into it thinking like, okay, well, it's going to be this whole like dystopian future, obviously going to be South Africa, and they're going to deal with Chappie having to be sentient and meld into human life and culture. But it wasn't really about that at all. I feel that it was much like Hancock. The movie didn't know if it wanted to be a comedy or a thriller or a sentient robot AI movie, a political thriller, and the answer to all that is yes. It was all those things. It was every single one, and I think because of that, it made the movie very confusing. The reason I didn't care for Chappie was the movie wasn't really about Chappie per se. All the performances were great. Hugh Jackman was great as the weird, kind of awkward bad guy, but he wore short shorts, and that really took me out of it because every time you would see him on screen, he'd be like this big, huge, like buff dude, like running around with a South African accent and all that, and he'd be in short shorts, so I couldn't take him seriously, and his shirt was always tucked in, and he had a gun all the time. Who let this person into the office with a gun? Like, who brings a gun to the workplace? That's like an HR nightmare. And he's just walking around with it on his hip and he's brandishing his gun here and there. And it's just like, dude, you're at work. Who hired you? And the biggest thing that actually surprised me about the movie was Antwoord or Antwoord. They were essentially acting as Chappie's mother and father, and they were teaching him how to be human and how to live in the world, the real world, and not be such a childish robot. And I think they did a fantastic job. But that being said, I feel that this movie was actually about them and that it shouldn't have been named Chappie. It should have been Antwoord with a robot, because that's what it was about. It was about their interaction and their situation of having to deal with a childish robot versus just following Chappie and his growth into a sentient AI controlled robot. I didn't actually like Chappie until around the middle end of the movie. When they first introduced him, I thought he was really cute. And, you know, I would not be afraid of him if he was an actual police officer, because I'm much more afraid of guys in sunglasses with just mustaches and stuff. I didn't really like him until they were just getting around to teaching him how to be gangsta. You know, and he's like walking around, you know, and doing like his whole little swagger thing and learning how to shoot guns and stuff. And I didn't like him until then, because his character actually kind of like grew and he became like very like, he was always really curious, but this time he was actually just like out in the world and experiencing things for the first time. And I thought that was amazing. And then to have Ninja and Yolandi there to hold his hand and to show him all these different things was amazing. This film was a hodgepodge of a lot of other films. I mean, there was some RoboCop in it, there was some Big Hero 6, there was Short Circuit, there was Iron Man 2. I feel most of the storyline was Iron Man 2 actually. Some Pinocchio. There was a lot of like other things like AI. It was just all rolled together in like a District 9 like rapper, and then like drenched with Antwoord. I actually said towards the end of the film, did I just watch a Antwoord music video? They were really prominent in it. That being said, I've also been listening to Antwoord all day long, and they're kind of amazing. Final verdict, I will say maybe wait for it to come out on video or Netflix, or rent it, or even wait for a discounted ticket and go see it on matinee. A lot of people like the film. I couldn't really get on board with it until the end. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Did you like the movie? Have you seen the movie? What did you think of their performances? Go ahead and leave us a comment down there. And thanks for watching another review show.